So definitely check them out all down below in the description. In this next topic, we're going to talk about everything we know about the Tesla Model 3, because I know a lot of you out there, just like Cristiano in the chat, you're interested if the Model 3 Highland is coming and all the different features. So we're going to take a look at it and see and isolate all the different things we actually know to give you a quick update, or July update for the Model 3 Highland. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And so shout out to Jawa, to post this on Twitter, everything they know about the Model 3 Project Highland. If you're interested in a quality accessory from Jawa, definitely check out our discount codes down below in the description. Thank you to Jawa. Jawa's been a great partner. They send us accessories that we can take a look at. So shout out to Jawa for posting this informational thread and also building really high quality accessories. We've got plenty of their accessories in our current Model X. But quote, there's a lot of buzz around the Tesla Project Highland, so we thought to delve deeper into all the hype about it. Find out everything you know in the thread below. So if you don't know what this video is, this was released earlier today. It seems like the Model 3 Highland was spotted doing some further testing on the track. I'm not sure what state or location this is, but it seems like this is probably a California area. And so the question I have is, which vehicle is going to be coming out first? Do we think it's going to be the Model 3 Project Highland refresh, or do we think it's going to be the Cybertruck? What's interesting here is that we actually put a poll out this on the channel yesterday. We asked, which do you think is delivering first? And an overwhelming 58% said the Model 3 Refresh Highland is coming out first. And actually only 28% said Cybertruck, which this is interesting to me because we know there's like a Cybertruck delivery date coming in the near future, but Model 3 Refresh Highland has been kept under plenty of wraps at the end of the day. So pretty interesting that a overwhelming majority of you think that the Highland is actually coming out at 58% first. And so the next question is, when is this actually coming out? We've been teased about later this year, September, or even further than that. But I certainly feel like maybe Tesla China is going to release the Highland first, and then the US markets will focus on Cybertruck. But let me know what your thoughts on that. So the first post here is that, in a nutshell, Project Highland involves substantial redesigning of Model 3, but until now, nothing is confirmed what this substantial redesigning involves. Taking a look at this, it looks like the internal roadmap is supposed to be the first ever public mention of the Model 3 Project Highland, along with several other code names as Everest and Cybertruck. And then on top of that, we can see where the Highland name came from, and basically saying that the famous dialogue, there can only be one, copying what Ford revolutionary Highland Park plant was the first moving assembly line for manufacturing. Here's another post where this seems like some significant redesigns, and the one thing that we've been able to piece together is that there's exterior aesthetic, sleeker headlights, and more streamlined form is surely expected. Of course, you've probably all seen this leaked picture already. It's a famous black Model 3 Highland leaked picture that came out pretty recently, and on top of, you've probably all seen this as well with a redesigned tail light that could be happening as well. But if we try to take a look at what has been Tesla's MO with previous refreshes, I always try and take a look at what happened between the 2021 Model S and the 2022 Model S. Of course, further smoothing of the bumper, new headlights, interior went from vertical to horizontal, and a much more streamlined build and quality at the end of the day. Of course, Smart Shift, which if you don't know what that is, on the Model S and the Model X, you can swipe your finger up or down if you're looking to go into park or drive or reverse. That's most likely coming to the Model 3 and Model Y for streamlined efficiency of build and anything like that. Other things that were also talked about or even leaked is that there could be ventilated seats, very likely, wooden dashboard to be replaced, and ambient RGB lighting added throughout the cabin. Hopefully that's gonna be cool, because I'm a fan of the ambient lighting. I'm a fan of it if it's OEM, not necessarily retrofitted onto it after that. But the last thing would be an upgraded sound system, which Tesla already does a great job with the sound system, so adding that would be really nice at the end of the day. The next thing goes to battery. We highlighted this the other day. The latest rumor on that is that it's supposed to go from 60 kilowatts to 66 kilowatts, which is a 10 10% increase, which would be be really nice by adding more range to that, because I think right now the Model 3 standard range is like a 270 mile range at the end of the day. So if we can get the base cheap Model 3 version all the way up to 300, that would be very nice at the end of the day, because if you add 10% to 272, that gives you, give or take, like 299, 300. But either way, if we can get closer we can get to 300 is definitely going to be the best at the end of the day. The last big speculation is about Highland's production date. Reuters November 2022 article said that unofficial sources hinted at a production commencing in Q3 of 2023, which is exactly right now. But I really don't feel like that both markets, the US and China, are going to work on this at the same time. I think they're going to take turns, and that would be nice, right? Because if they release it in China first, I can tell you a lot of us US customers are going to have a lot of FOMO on that, and the order books will be ramping up like crazy, especially if it comes out that how it is rumored to look like with all the different renderings and things like that. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking. The last couple things that came out recently is that the Model 3 refresh was also spotted winter testing along with the Cybertruck, but it certainly could be a little bit of time. It could be this quarter, it could be in the next few months that we could really see this vehicle actually coming out. And then on top of that, I mean, as much as and as excited we get about the Model 3 Highland, this video, let's pivot quickly to the Cybertruck, also was released, where we have not seen a video like this at all on the Cybertruck. And this, of course, is the Cybertruck driving on the highway in the Bay Area, and this seems like it's going 50, 60, 70 miles an hour, and it looks smooth, very smooth. But definitely some cool stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're gonna jump into the live stream comments, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link. Support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide with all the best interest rates to finance your Tesla. So definitely check out Patreon link down below in the description.